are welcome to Curriculum Studies in Chemistry, ESC 216. I am your course facilitator, Nihad Goni. This is Unit 4, Session 2. In this session, we shall take a look at the forms of curriculum evaluation. After you have finished studying this session, you should be able to distinguish between the two forms of curriculum evaluation. What are the two forms of curriculum evaluation? They are the formative and the summative evaluation. The terms formative and summative evaluation were coined by Scriven to describe the various rules of evaluation in the curriculum and instructional process. According to him, formative evaluation describes the type of assessment procedure that is used to monitor the instructional process to determine whether learning is taking place as planned. That means any kind of assessment that is used to check the evidence of learning is a formative evaluation. On the other hand, summative evaluation is the type of evaluation which is conducted at the end of an instructional segment to determine if learning is sufficiently complete to warrant moving the learner to the next segment of instruction. That is, for a student to be able to move from one stage to another, then summative comes in. It gives you an opportunity to assess whether the students have gained enough knowledge to be able to move on to the next stage, and that is the summative type of evaluation. According to Grunland, formative evaluation takes place during instruction. However, summative takes place typically at the end of the course of instruction or even at the end of the whole cycle. And so, if a teacher in the classroom gives an exercise right after a period, it is a formative evaluation. But then, and it is done during the instruction, the exercise might be before the start of the lesson, would be within the lesson, or even at the end of the lesson. The main thing is that it should be during the instructional process. But then we talk about summative. It normally comes at the end of the course, maybe the end of term exams, or the end of the whole cycle of exam, when you have to progress from the junior high school to the senior high school. In Ghana, I can make an example from the basic education certificate examination, which is one of the summative evaluation examples we have. And also, the end of term exams we do in our schools. It is also one of the summative evaluation. Formative evaluation data enable curriculum developers to determine the effectiveness of new procedures and techniques, methods and materials that are being tried, and to identify areas where revision is needed. Because it is done during the instruction, it gives feedback to the developer in time to determine whether the new procedures and methods that have been included in the curriculum are really effective or not. And so the developer can make revisions out of it. On the other hand, for the summative evaluation, the data is normally taken at the end of an instructional process, and it is used to determine the degree to which the new curriculum is effective in meeting the instructional objectives. Data-wise, the major purpose of formative evaluation is to provide data that is useful in monitoring progress and providing feedback to both the students and the concerning learning successes and failures. This aids to directly improve learning on the part of the student by clarifying the nature of the intended learning outcome, by providing short-term goals to work towards. Also, for providing feedback concerning the progress of learning and for dealing with learning difficulties, which will help the students to select his future learning experiences. To the teacher, formative evaluation will help him to judge how appropriate and effective certain instructional objectives are. It will also help the teacher to determine how useful instructional materials are, as well as how effective the methods are. On the other hand, summative evaluation seeks to determine to what extent the instructional objectives have been achieved. That They are best suited to assigning marks or grades for overall performance. Hence, summative evaluation aims mainly at certifying students' mastery of intended learning objectives. Also, formative evaluation provides detailed assessment data on a narrow scope of the subject matter or content, which will help you to make some revisions on your instructional process, like your lesson, a model, or the unit of instruction. However, summative evaluation is normally based on a sample of assessments that have been conducted over a period of time on a broad scope, and is usually used for administrative decisions such as promotion of students to the next grade or level, or certifying students after they have successfully completed an instructional sequence. There are many methods of gathering data. The methods that are used in gathering formative evaluation data are quite many and diverse. For example, they include the teacher-made paper and pencil test, the classroom observations, the classroom oral questionnaire, the quizzes, the homework and assignments we give to our students, project works, inventories and checklists, among others. On the other hand, for the summative evaluation, there are quite a few data gathering techniques. They may include one or more of such instruments as teacher-made survey tests, performance rating scales, end-of-year exams, end-of-semester exams, or end-of-term exams, external examinations that have been conducted by well-constituted exam bodies such as the West African Exam Council in Ghana. Also, assessments for formative evaluation purposes are done more frequently, unlike that of the summative evaluation that is less frequently. This is because the formative assessments are normally done during instructional periods, and you have a lot of instructional periods to spend with your students. So you use this to be able to gather data to help in your instructional process. But for the summative, which comes at the end of the entire course, it is not always regular, and so it is quite less frequent as compared to the formative assessment. More so, formative evaluation is supposed to be systematic, continuous, and cumulative. Unlike that of summative, that is a greater finality. The information gathered in this case is therefore less detailed but broader in terms of the scope of content or the skills that have been assessed. Formative evaluation is also supposed to be diagnostic in nature. This is to say, formative tests determine whether a student has mastered the learning task being taught, and if not, prescribes how to remedy the learning problems. However, summative evaluation most often does not serve this diagnostic purpose because it often comes at the end of the course or instructional sequence when the student is quitting the course, the class, or the institution. So, we can't diagnose. According to Garland, he said formative evaluation is usually concerned with finding answers to two fundamental questions. The first question is this: on which learning tasks are the students progressing satisfactorily? And which students are having such severe learning problems that they need remedial work? On the other hand, summative evaluation addresses questions such as which students have mastered the learning task to such a degree that they should proceed to the next course or unit of instruction, and B, what grade should be assigned to. So you can see the perfect distinction from the formative to the summative. From these questions, the answers will help you to decipher the formative evaluation from the summative evaluation. Finally, formative evaluation is designed to be used for guidance and counseling purposes. While the student is still on the course, formative evaluation will help to facilitate his performance and to enhance his ability to make informed decisions and choices in areas such as the selection of subjects for further studies, his career opportunities and choices, vocational guidance, and job placement after school. On the other hand, Guidance and counseling potentials of summative evaluation is somehow limited because it has to do with only those decisions that the students need to make after the completion of the course of an educational program. Let us try our hands on this question. Distinguish between formative and summative forms of curriculum evaluation. We have come to the end of this session. In this session, we discussed the two forms of curriculum evaluation, which are the formative and summative. We looked at their differences in terms of definitions, their scope, their methods of collecting data, their instruments, and the use of their data, among others. Thank you, and I'll see you in our next session. Bye.